Just a reminder that all proceeds from our channel are donated to charity. Please help us help others by giving us a thumbs up, commenting, or subscribing to our channel. Your support makes a difference. Hey, it's Luxury Travel Docs here today, and welcome to the AmaLucia. We are the first sailing heading up the Rhine River in 2025, and we departed in mid-February. The AmaLucia was built in 2021. It has a capacity of 156 passengers, but we have only 96 passengers on board this sailing. There are 56 crew. We'll give you tours of the staterooms. We'll give you our dining guide, including copies of the menus and examples of what we ate. We'll give you our guide to excursions, and of course, we will answer the question that is always on everybody's mind: what should I wear on an AmaWaterways River Cruise? So let's get to it. In this video, we're giving you an in-depth look at the Category D fixed window stateroom on AmaWaterways, starting with the main living space and a full walkthrough of the bathroom. Then we'll cover additional key details, including storage options under the bed, where to find coffee and tea, laundry services, hair appliances, suggested crew gratuities, using the electrical outlets, and onboard Wi-Fi, with plenty of tips along the way. And of course, we'll share our honest opinion of this room. Today we're taking a look at Stateroom 101, a Category D fixed window stateroom located on the piano deck midship starboard side. The piano deck is situated at water level and also houses the fitness center, salon, spa, as well as the crew and staff quarters. This stateroom measures 160 square feet, including the recessed area beneath the window. Upon entering, you'll find the bathroom to the right and cabinetry to the left. The bed can be configured in either a queen or two twin configuration. When the bed is set up as a queen, there are nightstands on both sides with table lamps and adjustable reading lights. Behind each lamp, you'll find room light controls, a 230-volt universal outlet, and two USB-A ports. Each nightstand also has two small drawers and a shelf for extra storage. If the beds are arranged in a twin configuration, the light controls and outlets will be located behind one of the beds. At the foot of the bed, there's a desk. The desk features 3 additional universal outlets and 2 USB-A ports. One outlet is used by a second table lamp, and another powers your QuietVox boxes. While you can unplug these if you need extra outlet space, keep in mind that you'll be using the QuietVox boxes often during your river cruise, so it's important to keep them charged. We prefer to use an AirFly Duo with our QuietVox boxes, which allows each of us to pair our Bluetooth wireless headphones with only one box, usually carried by one of us in a pocket, rather than each of us having something hanging around our necks. Above this is a cabinet with storage space. Below the desk, there's a small drawer with glasses and a wine opener. Underneath that is a small refrigerator, large enough to fit medications, several beverages, or bottles of wine. On the opposite side of the desk, you'll find another drawer and a storage cabinet with an additional universal outlet located above them. The elevated water level window has a large shelf under it where there's additional storage available. You can actually fit a lot up here behind the room drapes without even blocking the window. Bottled water is replenished in your stateroom daily and is provided for excursions and in the gym. Above the desk is a large flat-screen TV, which we noticed is actually bigger than those in some other staterooms we toured. The TV provides key information about AmaWaterways and your cruise. You can check your onboard account and messages directly from the screen. Live channels include a live view from the front of the ship, international and U.S. news, movie, variety, comedy channels, and more. There's also a selection of on-demand movies and music. And finally, you can review your itinerary and check the predicted weather for your cruise. Beside the desk is the closet, along with a cabinet that offers 5 shelves for extra storage. Inside you'll find one of your robes and slippers for the room. Below that is a small safe, which is spacious enough for passports, wallets, jewelry, and tablets. A 13-inch laptop does fit, but requires some maneuvering. This cabinet also holds a few stateroom amenities, including a sewing kit, laundry bags, we'll talk more about laundry later, and extra blankets. It's a great spot to store folded clothes, hats, and other miscellaneous items. Near the door, you'll find the closet, which has 2 hanging rods. The lower rod holds umbrellas and a long shoehorn. The space works well for shirts and hanging pants, but longer items like coats or maxi dresses will need to be adjusted around the lower rod. If you need extra hangers, just ask housekeeping. A full-length mirror is located inside this cabinet door. There are 2 hooks on the back of the stateroom door, which we use to hang jackets, hats, and bags, perfect for keeping items handy when heading out for excursions. Temperature controls are located near the door. Just a note, during our cruise, both this cabin and the one next door had issues with temperature regulation. Despite setting the temperature, the rooms became much colder than expected. We reported it to the crew, and it was resolved within 24 hours. The bathroom is located near the door and felt reasonably sized compared to others we've had on river and ocean cruises. One of the provided robes hangs on the 2 hooks inside the bathroom door. The space is well lit except for the shower, which has no dedicated lighting. The vanity has a single sink and a well-lit mirror. One feature we really appreciated in this stateroom, especially compared to others we toured, was the presence of full-length mirrors, both inside the closet and next to the bed. For a relatively compact space, having multiple areas to get ready was a thoughtful touch. While we would have loved to see a mirror at the desk for added convenience, the mirror beside the bed worked well for getting ready while seated. We really appreciated the magnifying mirror at the bathroom vanity, a helpful detail, especially for those of us with aging eyes. As an alternative, we always travel with a suction cup magnifying mirror that can be easily attached to walls or other mirrors, offering another convenient spot for getting ready outside the bathroom. There is a long shelf above the sink for storage. Here you'll find some stateroom amenities, including shower caps, vanity sets, and body lotion. Below the glasses on the wall, there is a universal outlet, which we use for the included blow dryer. Below the sink, there are cabinets. On one side, you'll find the included blow dryer with a removable concentrator. In the center is the trash can, and on the other side, there are 2 additional storage shelves. In addition, inside the left side cabinet, there's a switch to turn on the heated bathroom floors. It's not immediately obvious as it's located toward the back of the top shelf. The shower is located in the corner and features a glass door instead of a curtain. It comes with a shower system that includes both a handheld and fixed wall option, along with a rain shower feature and push-button water controls. Shampoo, conditioner, and body wash are provided by Pure Herbs, a brand from ADA Cosmetics, a German company. The scent is a mix of rosemary, melissa, and thyme. While we personally found the fragrance a bit too floral and strong, we understand that scent preferences can vary. There's a retractable clothesline in the shower, ideal for drying items that got wet during an excursion, after a quick wash in the sink, or following a dip in the onboard pool. In the corner, there's a small footrest which is great for shaving your legs or storing extra toiletries. On the wall, you'll find a wire storage rack and a grab bar. If you need a shower stool, be sure to request one from AmaWaterways before you depart, or ask the front desk or housekeeping once you're on board. There are no grab bars near the commode. There is additional storage under the bed with 13 inches of clearance. We typically travel with a rolling duffel and a backpack, which we nest together and slide under the bed for easy storage. Additionally, there is a rolling drawer accessible from the side or foot of the bed. Housekeeping typically uses this space to store bedding at night, such as throw pillows and the bed scarf. However, you can request to have the bedding removed or placed elsewhere if you prefer to use the drawer for your own storage. This stateroom category does not include a coffee maker, but complimentary coffee and tea stations are available in 2 locations on the ship. One is on the cello deck between reception and the main lounge and bar, and the other is conveniently located in the Chef's Table restaurant. We especially enjoy the Chef's Table location on the violin deck for coffee because of its peacefulness, added privacy, and the beautiful scenery of the ship's wake. There are no self-service laundry facilities on board, but laundry services are available for a small fee. Here's a copy of the price list. If you cannot read it when you stop the video, you can comment below or email us for a copy. We used the service multiple times and we're very pleased with it. Our items were laundered well and in our experience returned within a day each time. We brought dry detergent laundry sheets to wash a few things in the sink. Normally we'd use magnetic hooks on the wall or ceiling to hang items to dry, but the walls here weren't metal, so that option wasn't available. However, when the retractable clothesline wasn't ideal, we were able to dry damp items by hanging them on a hanger from a recessed area of the ceiling, which worked really well. Another tip that we have for longer cruises like this, where laundry facilities aren't available and it costs money just to have something ironed, is to travel with Downy wrinkle release spray. There are full-size and travel-size options available. We thought this was a great opportunity to show you how well this works. This is from another cruise, but these are cotton dress shirts. Just spray the garment, tug, and smooth away wrinkles and allow to dry. Downy wrinkle releaser won't work miracles, so we always suggest ironing your garments before packing and freshen them up with the Downy spray at your destination. Plus, it smells great too. We suggest attaching a pants hanger to the bottom of the garment as it dries. This will help keep the fabric stretched out and wrinkle-free while it dries. Here's another shirt, first shown before using Downy wrinkle releaser, then again after applying it and wearing the shirt. AmaWaterways does not permit passengers to bring their own hair straighteners or curling irons. However, a limited number of compatible hair appliances are available upon request at the front desk. We recommend asking for one as soon as possible after boarding. During our cruise, we were told we could keep it for the duration of the trip, but if demand is high, guests may be asked to return it after use. If you need salon services, there is a hair salon on board. Here is the price list. Feel free to pause the video for details. You can also request a copy in the comments or by emailing us. Tipping the crew is entirely at your discretion, whether you choose to give more or less, but AmaWaterways provides suggested guidelines. This is the information letter we received on board, but we'll tell you what it said. For our cruise, the recommended amounts were 115 euros per passenger for the crew, 30 euros per passenger for the cruise manager, plus an additional 5 euros per passenger per day for the cruise manager if you took an extension. Gratuities can be paid using onboard credit, a credit card, or cash. A universal 230-volt outlet on board works for travelers with American electronics as long as the devices are dual voltage, typically 100 to 240 volts. Devices like phones, tablets, laptops, and razors can be plugged directly into the outlet without the need for an adapter since the plugs are compatible. However, it's important to check the device's label to ensure it's dual voltage. Using non-dual voltage electronics without a converter could damage them. For instance, we always bring our dual voltage Sonicare electric toothbrush to Europe and leave our non-dual voltage Oral-B at home. Onboard Wi-Fi is complimentary, and we found the speed to be good. We were able to access any website we wanted, including streaming services. However, this is a busy cruise, so time to go online was somewhat limited. Now let's share our thoughts and compare this cabin to other cabins on board. First, what did we like and not like? One of the biggest advantages of this stateroom is the storage. Despite the small footprint, there is plenty of space to organize your belongings using the cabinets, closets, underbed storage, and even the shelf below the window. We only felt a bit cramped during unpacking and packing. We also really loved the bathroom in this cabin, which is identical in layout and quality to the bathrooms in the French balcony staterooms. It felt surprisingly spacious and well appointed for the ship's overall size. And finally, there's the price. which we'll break down in a moment. This cabin category is the most affordable on the ship, yet you enjoy the same experience as every other guest. Same excursions, same meals, same common areas, and same exceptional service. The only stateroom category with added amenities is the suite, which includes extras like morning coffee service and complimentary laundry. One thing to be aware of is the noise level in this stateroom, which is often a concern for passengers. We mainly noticed a general water sound throughout our stay. At times, in addition to this water sound, we heard the boat bump or scrape against the sides when navigating locks. During periods of heavier traffic, we noticed an increase in water noise or the sound of another vessel's engine passing nearby. That said, engine noise from our ship was not noticeable in this room. Overall, none of these sounds were disruptive, and for most passengers, they quickly fade into the background as a form of white noise after a day or two. Another limitation is the number of these staterooms available on board. On most AmaWaterways ships, there are typically only 10 to 12 staterooms available in this category. They do tend to book up quickly, so if this is the cabin for you, plan ahead. Finally, because these cabins are lower on the ship, they tend to be a bit darker. But since most of your time in the stateroom will likely be spent sleeping or getting ready, it's usually not an issue. Overall, this stateroom felt very comparable to other standard rooms we've stayed in, such as those on Viking River longships. Now let's look at the square footage for the best stateroom for each category on board. The SS, or largest suite, has 350 square feet. The AA, or the larger twin balcony room, has 235 square feet. The BA, or smaller twin balcony, has 210 square feet. The CA French balcony has 170, and the least expensive cabin on board, this fixed window cabin or swan level, has 160 square feet. If having a true balcony is essential for enjoying your private time outdoors, the SS, AA, and BA categories, along with their lower-priced counterparts based on cabin location, AB and BB, each include a true balcony. If a stateroom has a balcony, be aware that the quoted square footage includes the balcony. If you're considering your stateroom options, here's how the savings compare to the SS suite, or the largest cabin on board. Choosing a larger twin balcony stateroom saves you about 18%. Opting for a smaller twin balcony stateroom brings savings of around 23%. A top French balcony cabin offers approximately 34% in savings. Selecting the best fixed window stateroom, like we reviewed in this video, cuts the cost by roughly 51%. In our opinion, this stateroom is an excellent choice for sailing with AmaWaterways. Priced at more than 50% less than the largest suite on board, yet offering nearly all the same amenities, it will appeal to many travelers. When deciding whether to book a balcony stateroom or not, we typically consider a few factors. We're not passengers who feel claustrophobic and simply need a window, and we tend to spend most of our time in the ship's common areas. In warmer seasons, we love relaxing on the sun deck with its 360-degree views, and during colder months, we gravitate toward the lounge, where large picture windows line both sides of the ship. Plus, on busy river cruise itineraries, the amount of time you actually spend in your cabin is fairly limited. With so much time devoted to excursions, dining, and onboard activities, your stateroom often becomes simply a place to sleep and refresh. Balconies are certainly nice, but become less functional in colder weather or when ships are rafted together. For us, the decision between this stateroom and a larger balcony cabin comes down to our budget, the itinerary, the time of year, and whether we feel we'll need a bit of extra space. We've consistently had great experiences with standard staterooms like the one we've reviewed here, and saving money on accommodations means we can take even more cruises. In our opinion, this is a smart choice. We'd love to hear your thoughts or your experience with a cabin like this. Share them with us in the comments below. We hope you enjoyed this video review of the fixed window stateroom on AmaWaterways Ama Lucia from our cruise in February 2025. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find links to items shown in this video in the description below. And remember that all profits from this channel are donated to charity. Thank you for your support. Always remember to make meaningful and healthy travel happen, and we'll see you next time.